Hi everyone, welcome. I am just going to do a general reading. I'm asking, what do we need to hear today? This deck is a really cool black and white deck. It's Any Means Necessary. It's the Sean Koss tarot deck. He's an illustrator. He's got a few cool books out and some clothing lines. Anyway, he made a tarot deck and I really love it. So that's what I'm using today. And again, this is a general reading, just asking, what do we need to hear today? What do we need to hear today? Message for the collective, spirit guides and ancestors, what do we need to hear today? I'm going to shuffle one more time. What do we need to hear today? Oh, wow. Wow. All major arcana. Okay, let's get a little clarification. Wow. So there's something here, and King of Pentacles is the overall energy. So with High Priestess here, there's something about tuning into your intuition when it comes to some kind of transformation that you're needing to embark upon. But this is also about you. It's funny because the High Priestess is about letting go of control, but the Emperor is about taking control. So it's like with Temperance here, there's something about striking a balance between letting go and being in control. So it's kind of like you're gonna need to like drive the bus in a way, but in a way that is like very much letting go of outcomes. And this has to do with something in regards to pain, healing your heart. This is, I'm just getting this like very interesting thing like about metamorphosis. Like this is gonna be, it's almost like stepping through a portal in a way. It may be about tapping into some deep parts of yourself that you haven't looked at or haven't wanted to look at. Let your intuition guide you on this healing journey, on this transformative journey. But I think the Emperor is really here to say, like, you need to do this. You need to kind of like, this is about like where maybe you've been feeling kind of lost in pain or lost adrift at sea in a way without like really any sense of direction. This is going to be about you like really going, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this look. I'm going to take this look at my pain and I'm going to like really delve into it. But like follow your intuition, like whatever it is that's coming up for you, there's a need to like dial in and ask yourself on a deeper level, like, where is this coming from? Why am I at this place? Like, what is happening? And like, this is going to be about dialing into the roots, like the roots of what's going on. So let's say you have something going on in your life and you keep getting tripped up into this heartbreak, into this like painful energy. This is going to be about like tapping in and going deeper and asking like, where did this all start? Like, where was the first time I ever felt like this? Like, this is going to be about delving deep. But again, with Emperor here, it's like, you're just going to have to decide, like, I'm just going to do this. Like, I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of being in pain. I want some balance in my life. I'm going to really like crack it open and take a look. Like, see, she's like all bones. I mean, this is a very like skeletal deck, but like she's got, you know, she's just like bare bones to the middle. So this is going to be about like taking that look down to the bones, down to the marrow. Like what is driving me? What keeps driving me in this direction? And FYI, I keep seeing an image of like being adrift at sea, like a boat without oars, being just kind of like drifting around in the sea, aimless, without direction. So that might resonate for someone. Someone out there may have just felt like they're just like drifting at sea with like no compass, no direction. So this is going to be about you like really diving in deep and taking control of your direction. Like, where am I going? What do I want? Like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to be in this Three of Swords anymore. I want balance. I want the transformation. So it's going to start with a decision to just go, you know what? Enough is enough is enough is enough. I'm tired of being sick and tired. And so this is going to be about just making a decision to go on this transformative journey. I have a feeling that like a lot of you are on the precipice of like a real unfolding, almost like a butterfly in the cocoon, like going through that phase of like being almost ready to just burst out and spread your wings and fly. But there is work that needs to be done. There is the only way we get transformation is by going within and really taking a deep, honest look at like what is going on here? Like, why am I in the spot that I'm in? Why am I in the pain that I'm in? Like, you know, it's like we can look to all these external things and look for reasons outside of ourselves as to why we're in these painful places. But the truth of it is that we are really the only ones who can heal our pain. We are really the only ones who can drive ourselves in a direction where we stop cultivating pain after pain after pain after pain. And, you know, life happens, right? There's pain in life, but also we get attached to these patterns where we keep like driving ourselves in the same direction of pain. Like we keep choosing the same comfortable pain over and over and over again. So there is going to be a need on some level to let go of outcomes. Like let go of needing to know how everything is going to turn out. The High Priestess is very much about like trusting that things are unfolding for your highest good. So it's possible that there has been like a little too much control involved, a little too much attachment to outcomes. And it's possible that like you're getting too much into like trying to drive things in a specific direction instead of just trusting that things are unfolding in your highest favor, right? When you can really let go and just keep doing the next right action, that's when things really work out better. Like when we have an objective and we're driving towards a destination and we're like, no, I want it this way, I want it this way, I want it this very particular way, I want what I want. A lot of times we end up in this Three of Swords energy because sometimes like what we think we want or need is not actually what is for our highest good. So High Priestess is here to say like hands off the wheel a little bit in terms of how things are going to turn out. Like let your life unfold. Let your life unfold. Like trust the process sometimes instead of needing to micromanage it into a particular direction. You do have King of Pentacles as an overall energy. So although you may be kind of like stuck in the muck and in this pain, you are on the precipice of this transformative journey. And what is like on the other side of that is long-term stability, long-term commitment. If this has to do with love, when you're able to like really look to the roots of like why you keep getting into this same pain, when you actually stop and take that look, be willing to take that honest look, what comes out on the other side is this King of Pentacles, which is long-term stable commitment. If you're not like, if this doesn't have to do with love for you, then this is just long-term stability. But let's see what else is here. What else is here? Two of Wands, planning, Seven of Swords. Yeah, see, there's this way in which we deceive ourselves. And I think that like with Seven of Swords here, that's going to talk about like the way we deceive ourselves in looking at like why we get where we get, like why we keep hitting this wall. It's not that the world is just out to get you. It's that your patterning keeps driving you to a specific destination. So when you take this honest look, what you come out with too is Ace of Swords. You have this really beautiful, clear, new opening leading you to this long-term stability, right? But it's gonna take some courage, and it's going to take looking at things that you don't necessarily want to see. It's going to take speaking your truth. It's going to take, I think this is more in terms of like speaking truth to yourself. You know, this is about getting really honest with yourself. Let's see what else. Just gonna see if there's any other messages that want to come out. That was like very specific. That message just went there. So I'm gonna just ask if there's anything else that we need to know. Anything else that we need to hear today? What other messages does the collective need to hear today? What other messages does the collective need to hear today? What do we need to hear to help us on our journey? Dun, 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 dun. Will you answer the call? With Judgment here, this is like, listen, will you answer the call to stand up and take these 10 swords out of your back? And 6 of Cups is very much about healing old wounds, healing childhood wounds, doing the inner child work. So Judgment is here to say, like, there is a higher authority, or a higher power, if you will, calling, like sending out the call. And on traditional tarot, there are like people down below, and some people are going to ascend and they're going to answer to this call, right? But some people are just going to fade off into the darkness and the abyss. So this Judgment is here to say, like, you are being called to level up, right? Will you answer the call? That is what Judgment is here to say. And what are you being called to do? You're being called to end the cycle of pain. You're being called to, 10s are cycle enders, right? So this is about defeat. This is about 10 swords in the back. But are you willing to end this cycle? And to end this cycle, you're going to have to look within. You're going to have to go back to the past. You're going to have to take a really deep look into the past. Let's see what else. Pentacles and the Star. Yeah, you have what it takes, right? Like, sometimes it feels like, oh my gosh, this journey is so much, this healing work is so much, it takes so much energy and effort. But 2 of Pentacles is here to say, yes, it's a lot, but you are capable, and you can multitask. And even though you have a lot on your plate, like, you can do a really good job of it. So I would say make the time, because the overall energy is the Star. Like, what you've been wishing for is to end this cycle of pain. Like, I get the feeling that someone out there is like sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? So when you answer this call and you do the work and you go ahead and delve in and deal with the wounds of the past, see, like, dealing with the wounds of the past, sometimes like we can spend a lifetime like avoiding looking at things that have hurt us from the past. But sometimes the only way to like progress out of patterns, painful patterns, is to actually go back and revisit and let yourself like experience the feelings of it, so that you can finally like feel through it, grieve it, and let it go. So there's something here for someone that needs to like stop avoiding looking at the things that have hurt you in the past, and actually allow yourself to just look them square in the eye. Take that meditative time and allow yourself to just feel through it, grieve it, because you know, otherwise you're just kind of in this flat energy with 10 swords in your back perpetually, right? So when you allow yourself to revisit these old wounds and go ahead and heal them, you know, again, the only way out is through. So I would say for someone out there, there's a need to go ahead and do the work. And again, this might look overwhelming, but with 2 of Pentacles, once you get into it, it's not as overwhelming as you think. You'll find that you have a lot of balance. You had temperance in the spread before, so you'll have what it takes to do it. But it will be worth it. You have the Star. The Star is here to clarify this whole thing, to say that like there's a lot of beauty and hope and healing and rebirth and rejuvenation on the other side. But the way there is to go ahead and look at this old pain, whatever it is for you. You know, only you know what your old pain is, but it's, in some regard, it could be holding you back. And so there's a need to go in and take a look at it, grieve it, allow yourself to feel through it. And you know, like, when I've done this kind of healing work, I'll say, like, I've just had to sometimes surrender that, like, for a short period of time, I might be crying every day, and I might have to, like, let go of what people think when they see my face and they can tell that I've been crying. Like, there's a certain surrender to allowing yourself to be in the world and go through that emotional process. And I'm not saying that you have to lose it and be, like, you know, gooey all over the place while you're at work or whatever. But, like, you know, when you're in your car, when you're at home, and when you have those moments to take that meditative time, when you go to the bathroom, like, take those moments to yourself and just allow yourself to immerse, process, grieve, let it out, and let go of, like, whether people look at your face and see that you've been crying. Like, so what? You're a human being and an emotional being, and you go through emotional processes. So allow yourself this time to, like, process those emotions, and you're gonna feel so much lighter and so much balanced on the other side of it. You're gonna come out in star energy. Like, what could be more beautiful, right? Like, that thing you've been wishing for, to stop feeling sick and tired all the time, or, you know, in pain and defeated all the time. This like grieving process will bring you to a place where there's a lot more energy available to you, and things will feel a lot more expansive. Okay, so take care, everybody. That's your reading for today. I hope this has been helpful for someone out there. All right, stay blessed.